Sunday. If we don't go 5s today, we never will. So anyway, and that's in the 8th, I mean. Anyway, we're headed to Orlando Speed World, and the weather's really good. It's like 50 degrees right now, and it's supposed to warm up to like high 60s. So it should be good weather for making power, and we'll see what happens. The one thing I've changed since last time is I added a regulator to the second pump. So when the second pump comes on, that regulator is going to bleed off some of the pressure back to the tank, and hopefully I can kind of dial in that second pump to where it doesn't give me too much fuel pressure. So anyway, when we get there, we'll unload it and get it warmed up and go from there. All right, guys, we just got here and got the car warmed up. I'm gonna do like a test 2-step to see where we're at on boost, and we'll get in the lanes and try and make a pass. So I'll go ahead and put the camera on the computer. All right, so we'll try it out there. It made around like 270 kPa at the peak on the 2-step, and it was right around 5,300 RPM. So we'll see what happens. That might be a little spicy, I don't know. Track's a little cold, but we'll see. I'll throw the camera in the back and maybe one up here, and let's go make a hit. All right, guys, so we're in the lanes, and probably gonna make like a 1/8 mile hit here. I'm not gonna run it out. I want to really see what that change to the fuel pump is gonna do, you know, adding that regulator. Want to make sure we got enough fuel pressure, make sure it's not totally messed up. So we'll just make a kind of a shortish hit and see where we're at, see where the boost is, look at the log and all that. So anyway, let's go to it. So another giant wheel stand, which that's all cool and all, but I'm not, when that happens, I'm not really getting any data because I had to pedal it in the air just to bring it down softly, and then it messes me up. It doesn't shift right. When I came down, I shifted and it felt like it was hitting the limiter for a long time, but I shifted. I don't know what's going on with that, but it just throws everything off. So let's look at the log really quick. Let's see. So see, this is the thing, like you can't get much info from this because it banging the limiter, it's just the AFRs are way off. It's going up and down, 0.77 right here, which is good. And what I also like is my fuel pressure pretty much is staying pretty good. 5.6 bar of fuel pressure. That's about perfect. So it looks like the bleed off regulator I did actually is doing its job, but I don't know for sure. We got to get a full pass under our belt just to know what's actually going on and get this, like I need this to be clean so I can see what's going on, and with that wheeling like that, it's just, that's no good. So I got to back it down a little bit, and just so we can get an A to B run and take a look at the logs. So I'm gonna check things over a little bit. Somebody said they thought my belt flew off, but I don't think it did. But I'll go check it, and then yeah, we'll see if we can make another one. All right, guys, so hopefully you can see this. This is the time slip. The 60 foot was 143. Obviously that was definitely on the back tire. I mean, I don't know, it was in the air for quite a while. And then 641 in the 8th, with all that hitting the rev limiter, and that basically a messy pass. So I didn't really change anything here. What I did was I slowed down the travel of the shocks in the front and moved the limiters up 1 hole, and then also slowed the shocks down in the back. So it's just too aggressive, okay? Everything's like really aggressive. The front end's coming up aggressive, the rear is separating aggressive. It's just too aggressive. So I went ahead and trying to slow that down with the shocks and see if that helps a little bit. Yeah, so let's get back in line and see what happens. One's clean. The header. Yeah. All right, so that was pretty bad. Some Civic in front of me had broke down. I don't know if there's something, he left something on the track or what, but I spun right off the hit. So the 60 foot was only 154, and I went 638 in the eighth, just spinning. So, but we do have some data as far as the AFRs and all that, and what the fuel pump's doing. So the AFRs were staying pretty good, 7.8, 8.0, 8.3, got a little lean, 8.0, 7.8, 7.4, 7.7, 7.3, got a little fat there, 7.7. But, I mean, overall, it's kind of staying in a decent area. So, looks like our fuel pump thing is working. I may give it a little more fuel pressure, just because there's a couple spots that got lean. So I would rather go on the fat side than the lean side. So, but yeah, it's really tough out here because this place is packed, and it's motorcycles and street cars and the Civics, which, man, them things oil the track down almost every single time. Like, yeah. Anyway, don't let me get into it. But anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna make another hit or not. Let me see. Let me cool it down and go over the log a little bit more, and I might get back in the lanes one more time. We'll see. So I just went ahead and just loaded up. About 1,000 cars got back in line, and I didn't want to wait another 2-3 hours to just get one more pass and probably spin again because of all the street cars that are here. So yeah, I mean, we have a few other things to do. I know you're seeing this video after the video where I put the new gear in the white car. And I'm kind of rethinking things, and I kind of wish that I would have put the 373 gear into this car. Okay, I think it would tone down some of the wheeling stuff, and also I know it would help me in the ET in the eighth, because if it eliminates a shift between, you know, for the eighth mile, if I'm only going 1-2 in the eighth, it's going to definitely help out in ET, because, you know, a shift is slowing you down. So right now I'm shifting, I'm in third gear before I even get to the 8th mile. So that's just too much gear, I think. I'm not 100% sure of that, but that's my theory. But the good news is we got the fuel system pretty much figured out. I mean, it was rock solid at around 5.5 bar, and it never really changed. So bleeding off some of that pressure really helped. So, you know, down the road when we get bigger injectors and we go with the 2J, I can dial that up even more, you know, so it's actually going to work out really good. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, the 5-second pass still eludes me. So anyway, check y'all later.